So DHL just dropped off a package, and I am going to do an unboxing to see what sort of goodies I have received. So the biggest advice I gave in my first video was don't go buy cars, right? We're all car guys, or we wouldn't be into slot cars. Slot cars are just miniature cars, 24th, 32nd, 43rd, or HL scale, doesn't matter. It's if you're a car guy, you're a car guy. So I said, don't go out and buy cars because you don't know what you're doing yet. You have to get a better controller. You can get better tires. You can work with the gearing, work with what you got, with your set. Which, like for me, was 2 used sets and 4 cars, two cars each set. But do as I say, not as I do. So I saw, first of all, like everybody else, I said, what's the fastest out-of-the-box Scalextric car? Because, if you're a car guy, you want to go fast and you want to look good doing it. So they said well, let's continue with the unboxing, and then I'll tell the story. Very hard to, I should have a tripod here or something, because it's hard to hold the camera, the phone, and do the unboxing. Come on. You will reveal your secrets to me. Clip, 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 clip. Yeah, I mean, obviously you can tell already. It is a Scalextric car. But which one? Good question. Oh my God. It is boxed up like a box. There she blows. The answer. So the answer, and this was a couple of years ago. They make new cars every year, obviously to keep making money. But the answer a couple of years ago was the MG Lola Nighthawk, and just something about the orange and black. Just a fucking badass mama jamma. I mean, look at that thing. It's just from any angle. When a toy car or a model looks fast sitting in the box, that's half the battle right there. Like I said, it's how it looks and how it performs are those two things that car guys care the most about. And this thing just looks spectacular. So I broke my own rule. Advice to newbies: get a controller, get some tires, get some. Go one pinion lower than stock, which on a Scalextric I believe is 9. So go down to 8, go up to 10. From a dealer, they're $5 for a pinion, and then also go up and down 1 on the spur gear, on the stock ratio, and just experiment. Going with the bigger gear, which is gives you the higher number. Smaller gear gives you the higher number. Is going to give you more acceleration, more torque, and going with the bigger gear, the higher number of teeth, will give you a lower numeric ratio. Like you remember back in the old days, guys would take a 69 Camaro, take it to the drag strip, and then they'd put 411 gears or 410 gears in it. That's a high number, because most stock cars are 323 or 355, some are 373. So going up to 4.11 to 1 ratio gives you more oomph, gives you more launch, helps you get the car moving. Whereas if you go the other way and go down to about 273, now the car is going to have more top speed. Like if you're going to Utah for the top speed record, that's more important than torque. Because it starts with a running mile. If you do the out in the desert, do the running mile, you get a head start. So you don't care about torque, you care about horsepower and top speed. So anyway, once again, I broke my own rule. I researched the fastest car out of the box as of 2 or 3 years ago. Most of the answers were from, and everybody said this thing runs like a terror. And because here's the thing, you can buy an aftermarket motor for $20, right? And theoretically go faster, but can you go faster? I'm sure an experienced guy, who's been doing slots for, 5 years and has really good controller and really good tires and really good prep track, I'm sure they can go faster with a faster motor. But can you, as a new person in the hobby? That's the question. So that's why I recommend you get the better controller first, because the stock controllers are shit. And, it's a toy. Don't put Hornby and Scalextric's parent company down. They're making toys. But if you're a car guy, you're going to want to mess with the toys and try to make them better, faster, cooler, whatever. So anyway, here's the unboxing of the new ride. No, I don't need it, as you saw in the first video. I got plenty of cars from my buddy Jeffrey in America. But whatever. This thing is just gorgeous. Real quick, I just wanted to show you what was underneath. There was a little piece of paper, a couple of extra guides in a bag, the little blue guides, the shorter, and a little washer and a magnet. It came with a little magnet to add more magnetism if you like. This little screw down there it is, that little screw goes in through the bottom to hold the car in place during transit and while it's sitting there on the shelf. Show you the bottom, obviously brand new braids, and the shorter blue guide, a little bit shorter in depth. This car rides very low to the track, as you can see. Anyway, I'm going to go give it a couple of laps around the test track. Okay, we're inside at the little test track. First run of this guy. Says brand new out of the box. You see, I've gone ahead and done what Boone from Boone's Slot Car Garage. Guy used to live in Washington State, now lives in Texas. I've done what he suggested, and there's the rattle can right there, spray paint, which is a stone texture paint in a gray, so it looks like asphalt. As you can see from the two sets that I bought over there in the corner, there wasn't enough borders and barriers. I ran out of borders and barriers right down there. So the lead-in has it coming out here. I painted the straight just to match. I just think it looks better. Going right to black when you still had the shoulder, the border didn't look right. So anyway, this is just a quick little oval. Got the better controller. Literally, when I started running better cars, like that little slotted over there with a very powerful magnet, the stock controller started smoking. So these are absolutely necessary. Anyway, let's see if I can get this to go hands-free, because I'm holding the phone up. Very quiet. Oh, it's quick. I'm at about a third or half throttle, and it is just buzzing around. It's just a blur. You can't even see it. There you go. Wow, and I do not have the throttle down. Wow. Yeah, this thing is quick out of the box. They're not lying. It is way faster. Here, I'll stop it and put one of the little Camaros or Mustangs on the track, and you'll see the difference between how fast that was. And remember, that was not full throttle. See, that's the same amount of throttle, and you see how it's much slower? You can see it. with the Lola, you can't even see it. So now I'm going faster, 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 faster. Now I'm at a little bit over half, maybe 60%. Whoa, and there it goes right off the guardrail. Yeah, I gotta glue those in. But I never got that fit with the Lola. I never got that fast because it was so much faster right out of the jump. You see, you really have trouble following it at less than half throttle. It just takes that corner in a blur. And after what just happened with the Camaro, which came with the set, it's one of those, what I call a guest car, because I have slotted cars and fly cars, really nice cars. I only used the Scalextric stock cars that came with the set, the 2 sets I bought. For people, there's a 7-year-old kid who comes over. I got a 43 scale set from China because he was absolutely killing the cars that came out of the set. But yeah, this Lola, man, I have borders and barriers on order from Action Slot Racing in Sherwood Forest. There's really a Sherwood Forest in England. The Sheriff of Nottingham and all that. It's in Nottinghamshire. So Action Slot Racing sells used Scalextric stuff. So I have a big order coming in with that track. So I will open this up full speed once I have the barriers up and glued in, because you saw what happened over there with the Camaro, which is not near as quick as this Lola. This Lola is really, wow, there it goes. Yeah, it rolled right off the track, and I never got to full throttle. So that thing is a beast as advertised.